astounding conclusion. And it is astounding. Most professing Christians are totally lost, without the knowledge of God, dead in trespasses and sins. Isn't that astonishing? Children of God, you know as well as I do that it is a very easy thing to find a religious person. It's the easiest pouring water in a cup. But it is very difficult to find a sinner saved by grace. It is very easy to find a religious person. But it is not so easy to find a believer. It is very easy to find people who go to church. But it is well near impossible to find a person who knows God. So many people have been bewitched and duped, poisoned and deceived by Babylon's wine of fornication that they seem to be totally immune to the gospel of Jesus Christ. The sad reality is just this: most people are religious but lost. And that's the title of the message this morning: religious but lost. Yes, most of the people we know are religious but lost. Church members, yes, but under the spell of Satan. Full of zeal, but without the knowledge of God. Defenders of the Bible, but living in absolute darkness. Baptized, but dead in sins. Devoted to church, but haters of Christ. Respected by their peers and the community, but children of the devil. Praised by men, but far off from righteousness. And for that reason, because so many are religious but lost, I urge you to make your calling and election sure. Examine yourselves. Not to see if you're living right. Not to see if you believe enough. Not to see if your repentance is enough. Not to see if you're giving enough. Not to see if you're sorry enough for your sin. You're not. Don't examine yourself that way. That's not what the book teaches. Examine yourselves to be whether or not you be in the faith. That's the point of examination. Don't look at that other junk, because that's all it is. Your best righteousness is filthy rags. Examine yourself to see if you're in the faith. You haven't repented enough. You haven't believed enough. You don't love enough. So on and so on. We know that. Examine yourself whether or not you're in the faith. That's the point of examination. The Son of God Himself says to us about this matter of being religious but lost. You see, everyone here this morning is religious. We're standing in a church building listening to a preach. We're religious, but are we lost? The Son of God Himself says to us in Matthew chapter 7, "Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven. Many, many will say to me in that day," not a few, many, multitudes, millions and billions and trillions, many will say to me in that day, "Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name? We were preachers. And in thy name cast out devils. And in thy name done many wonderful works. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity." They suffered from the same delusion that most churchgoers suffer from in the 21st century, indeed in every age. They were religious but lost. Millions of people who expect to go to heaven when they die are on their way to hell. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands, myriads and multitudes of good, moral, upstanding, church-going, good citizens, church-going people, preachers and highly esteemed religious leaders and religious workers are lost. Religious, yes, very, very religious, but lost all the same.